Now, today I'm going to talk to you about discounts. It's a big problem in the industry. It's a very traditional thing that we do. You know, we've been doing discounts certainly in the kind of 80s and 90s. It was a real big way of driving people into your shop. It doesn't work, almost not works at all these days, because the whole of society has changed in terms of its loyalty and its shopping patterns. You know, we know from things like Voucher and Groupon and that sort of thing that people now will shop by price and move on. Now, if you can't retain any of those people, you don't have enough kind of profit in what you're doing to be able to afford those discounts in the first place. And what you're doing is you're just training your regular clients in particular, but even the local community, that your particular salon will do a discount a few times a year. Therefore, they may as well wait for you to do the discount before they come in. I know, you can mix it up and you can try and avoid that, but you won't really. You'll just train them to look for the discount. The trouble is, if you saw one of the earlier videos, we already know that your average service in the UK, this is like a haircut or a set of nails, only produces between 5 and 10% net profit. So if it costs you £20 for a cut and blow dry, only £2 or less, £1 to £2, is net profit. That goes into your beer fund. It's just not a lot of money, is it? So if you end up doing a 20% discount, then you've got no profit at all. Now, there are upsides to doing discounts, and I'm not 100% against them. There are times where you can make them work. However, generally speaking, discounts are bad marketing for your business. You should try and stay away from doing discounts as much as you can. Now, what you need to replace them with, because you're going to ask me, well, that's great, Carl, you've told me what I can't do, what can I do? What you need to do is you need to replace them with extra value. So instead of giving away money, instead of sending the message that we are becoming cheaper, you need to give them more value. So imagine you have a massage. So you could say that your 30-minute massage is £30. That's your standard price. Well, now, instead of doing a discount, say of 50% or something like that, you could do a 45-minute massage for £50. So the message you give to the client is, look, I'm giving you 15 minutes extra for the same price. So the message is completely different than discounting and discounting and discounting. Okay? You're still going to have to be careful because you're going to be giving away a lot of time, but the customer won't connect that with you being a discount operation. All right? So stay away from discounts unless you have to do a discount. Now, the trouble with discounts is you might wonder when you do a leaflet drop, as an example, because I know everyone now is going to say, we don't do leaflet drops anymore, they don't work. Okay, I'm going to switch to leaflet drops just as an example because they do work. And in some places, you should be doing leaflet drops. If you're in a city centre and you haven't got enough people coming in, you've got foot flow, someone should be out there talking to the public, handing them a leaflet. Not putting them in letterboxes, okay? Handing them a leaflet that is clear. But you've got to be thinking about the message. So, if you're going to have a product, a service, let's say again is £20, and you're going to say to this client, this potential client, here's 10% off our cut and blow dries, and you're going to hand out all these leaflets, you're going to put it all over social media, and you're proud of a 10% discount. Okay? Now that might be a lot to you. You've got 20%, 30%, right? Think about what you're really saying to the client. You must already be going somewhere else because you're not coming to me, and for £2, which is not even half the price of a cup of posh coffee these days, I want you to break any loyalty that you might have with your current salon and come to me. £2. Really? I can't imagine any client that I would want that would be switched on by a £2 discount. So if you're going to have to get a client in, you have to rely on that when you get them in that day, that your service is absolutely phenomenal. So there's no point if you've got a crappy operation, if it's a bit weak, if you've got some staff that are not fully trained, if it's a bit dirty, if it's a bit tacky, whatever your salon problems are, no matter how you get them in there, you're going to lose because they're not coming back. But if you want the price thing to work, then you need to do a deep price. You know, if you give someone £10 off a £20 cut, you know, that's going to get them to switch on to actually making the jump. Now, I'm not saying you should do the discount. Like I said, there are opportunities where you might want to. Maybe you've just taken on a new member of staff. Now, you don't want a fully trained stylist standing in your salon doing nothing. You might be better off actually doing a half price promotion for a short time, 1 week, 2 weeks, just for him or her, just to get things rolling. It could work, and it's a good way of introducing the stylist, making them feel better, getting them to build their clientele, and also making your salon look good for other clients as well. But it has to be a really short hit. I would much prefer that you looked at doing something like giving people a free blow dry. Okay, so you're giving more time with every color, because you still now got the opportunity to make sure that they have the color, they have the cut, they have the products. The products alone could easily cover the cost implication of you losing time on the blow dry. Okay, but you're giving more value. So a free blow dry worth £15 with every color. Okay, so you really now to start thinking about these discounts. I would say 90% of the time, just don't do them. If there's the odd occasion, once a year perhaps, that is needed, then go in hard, go in deep, do it, make an impression, but your salon's got to be ready because you've got to hold on to these people. You know, if you can hold on to them, even if it's a man's cut at £10 and you're giving away free £10 men's cuts and your operation is spot on, you know, if you're going to hold on to them, every one you hold on to is worth £120 to you every year. So you might lose £10 when they come in, but you're going to get £110 more that year. So, you know, think about it. What's the psyche? Would a man come in for a free haircut, or does that sound like you're desperate? In the right places, you know, maybe you're near a, football club or a rugby club. You have a lot, you know, high men's population. It might be worth small hits. Either way, look, that's for you to decide. And if I ever come to your salon, I will know by looking at your demographics and the area and the population and God knows what. But for now, you need to kind of pretty much do away with discounts in your salon, and you need to add value to the offers that you're making. The other thing you need to do when you're adding value to these offers is you need to offer things that you're not very strong at. And I don't mean not very good at, because that's not going to work. What I mean is, if you're not doing a lot of massages, then why not give the discount, you know, get a cut and blow dry and get a discount off a massage. Okay, so your masseur's going to be busier, she's going to have less, or he's going to have less downtime, but the operation has to be right to get them back. You've got to add more value, and you've got to stop giving things away. You're eroding your profit margins, your bottom line is going to be ruined, and if you saw my pricing video, half of you are already operating quite near the borderline anyway. Stop doing discounts. It's bad for the industry as a whole. Give away or bargain with more value. Okay, so that's it again for another week. Look, have a great week. You've got a whole week of trading, and maybe you can take on one of the two of these things and make a bit more money. Thank you.